I want to talk about this, but we have some breaking news in the meantime.
This is Breaking Sports News.
Powered by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
On 98.5, The Sports Hub.
From Adam Schefter of ESPN, the New England Patriots and running back Rhamondre Stevenson have reached agreement on a 4-year extension for $36 million. That includes $17 million fully guaranteed.
Can I go first?
Please.
Yeah, go.
Hate it.
It's too much.
$9 million.
It's too much for a running back.
And they still don't have a receiver.
Or a left tackle.
Oh, yeah, that. They don't have a left tackle. So we're not going to pay the left tackle or the receiver, but we'll pay the running back. Stupid. Welcome to 1985. And look, I like the player, and I don't mean to dump on the guy. I don't know anything about the guy.
Seems good for him.
A good, hardworking professional, and I don't mean any ill will to him personally at all. That's just how I like him. I think he's a good player. I like watching him run. In the open field when he breaks the first level, he's a beast. He's good. I like him. I like him as a person, as a player, all that. It's a running back. What are we doing?
It's a team without any threat of a passing attack. You could have used a wide receiver. The number for wide receivers are going up by the day. Look at some of the extensions that have been happening with some of the bigger name players. They should have just paid Calvin Ridley. This money could have been better allocated is the point. Again, Stevenson's a good player, and it's actually refreshing to see the Patriots paying their own guys that they've drafted. Great, but again, it's a running back.
And the other thing, too, is to me, he's no real factor in the pass game. I know he had a crap ton of catches a couple of years ago, 69 catches. Everything is a dump off and a check down.
I think you pointed that out. He's not really targeted in the passing game. He's a check down, exactly.
Right. You can't. It's not like you line him up and say, okay, we got a mismatch with him on a running back, and on a linebacker. He runs a route, he beats his guy, and that's where you're going with the ball. He's not the intended target on the play. He's just where you dump it off at the end.
$9 million a year. So let me just give you the highest paid running backs in the game by AAV. Mm-hmm. It's just where I usually start. AAV. Christian McCaffrey won at 19.
Worth it because he's part of their passing attack.
He's a huge part of that offense in a lot of different ways. Alvin Kamara is second at $15 million. Same kind of player. Jonathan Taylor, who's more of a pure running back, you tell me. Does he get a lot of grabs?
He can catch the ball too, though.
Okay, Taylor is third at $14 million a year. Saquon Barkley is fourth at $12.5.
Yep, excellent player all the way around.
Josh Jacobs, who just signed with the Packers, is $12 million a year. He's fifth, and coming in at sixth, Rhamondre Stevenson.
It's unbelievable.
Sixth highest paid running back in the NFL, just outside of the top five. Joe Mixon is next at $8.5. DeAndre Swift is at $8. Derrick Henry's at $8. Tony Pollard at $7. Okay, and on down the line. So he's the sixth highest paid running back in the game in terms of AAV. Guaranteed at signing, you said 17?
That's correct, yeah.
He would be seventh in the NFL in guaranteed at signing. I don't know how else you want to parse that out. You said it's 30. The total value is 36, you said?
Give me 1 sec, hold on.
36 would make him the sixth highest paid. So, by
36.
Okay, so
the top 10 back.
Whatever metric you want to
top 8.
Whatever metric you want to use, he is somewhere right outside the top 5 in running backs in the NFL. I think that's stupid. I do. I mean, stupid is strong.
Just
the
quickly,
money could have been
Can
served.
you do me a favor, really? Go over the top names and skip over McCaffrey. He was number 1. Okay, but pick up a number 2 again.
Okay, and again, by AAV. Kamara.
Okay, did they make the playoffs? I don't think they did.
No, they didn't.
Okay, go.
Taylor.
No.
Colts didn't.
Saquon Barkley.
No.
Nope.
Jacobs.
No, Josh Jacobs, right.
Josh Jacobs.
Oh, right,
no.
Raiders didn't make it.
Joe Mixon, was he in Cincy or not? Is it
yeah, he's in Cincinnati. They had a bad year last year.
No. DeAndre Swift was with where last year?
Eagles?
Yeah, he was with the Eagles. They crapped out.
Nope. Good job, Mazz. Let's keep going. Derrick Henry?
No.
Tony Pollard?
Yes.
Yes. But got poleaxed, here to say. James Conner in Arizona?
No.
Aaron Jones in Green Bay? Yes. So now we're at 12 or 13.
Okay, but once we get into those guys, now they're making...
right. They're making moderate money.
So he moved up into that group. The large majority of them don't make the playoffs.
I mean, there's a million... this thing is such case closed that I don't do this anymore, but if you'd gone into the archives of the early Felger and Mazz shows, I give you all these stats in the history of high-paid running backs, highly drafted running backs, what those teams do versus the teams with quarterbacks or receivers. Like it's when the running back is one of your highest-paid players, you suck.
Correct.
That's typically how it works. You suck.
I mean, all the teams paying their running backs stink.
And they don't go anywhere. They're even the good ones, the best ones, they're not difference makers.
Except for McCaffrey, he's kind of a different animal.
But if he were on a bad team, he wouldn't make a difference.
No, that's right, Carolina.
A good quarter. I mean, this is so elementary, it's not even funny. Because we're all past this now. We all agree with this. But a good quarterback on a bad team makes that team viable, makes them a better team. A bad team with a great running back is still a bad team almost every time. They don't impact wins and losses. So they're getting kind of ranty about it. They got all the money in the world, so it's like they could sign Rhamondre Stevenson to this and still go get a receiver if they wanted to. Money, cap room, however you want to parse that out. They could do both. It's just ass backwards that they have a top 10 running back, but no starting left tackle and no number one receiver. That's like, to me, the definition of a bad team.
Yeah, it's not a crippling contract, right? So, you can look at it and say, it's not going to kill them. They could have used the money in far more effective ways.
And that Calvin Ridley contract, it gets better by the day. It's almost to the point where it looks reasonable and like what he should get. I mean, that's almost like where he, after these subsequent contracts, he's almost slotted where he should be. And it's like, they don't have a grip on the market, maybe?
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.